Happy New Year from all of us, the Casting Mafia.
Happy New Year.
We decided we would start our Simon Says this year as a team because we all have interesting things to say and we want to share them with you. Plus, it's more fun for me to have them with me. And in case you don't know them, I just thought we'd have them introduce themselves to you. This is our lovely intern, Mamay.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm a casting associate here.
Cassidy, I'm a casting associate as well. Tanisha, I'm a casting associate.
I'm Clayton. I'm a casting assistant.
So we thought we would start this year off with kind of a subject that is not discussed very often, but just like what you have control over and what you don't have control over in an audition setting or when you're trying to be an actor, and then letting go of what you don't have control over. We know that because some of us were actors, okay? So you walk in and you're trying to second guess what everybody wants in the room. You've worked on your material. You think you understand the character, but you're trying to second guess what it is everybody wants when you walk into the room, and then you're trying to second guess what response you're getting in the middle of your audition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you really have no control over that. And sometimes the people on the couch all have different ideas of what they want, don't you think?
Well, it's just one of those things you can't read their mind. So my take on it is that you should just really tap into like what you specifically can bring to the table and just own it. I think a lot of people spend a lot of time trying to come into the room and say like, like they look to these strangers to decide their worthiness.
It's important to sort of not use too much energy worrying about those things because all that really matters is that you come in prepared and ready to be yourself and then let it go in the end.
And also just to that, when you come in confident and I don't know, just in a good place, in a positive way, you come in with this energy that it is felt in the room. Mm-hmm. And you can't underestimate that either, that feeling, that kind of confidence that makes people want you to come back and return and audition again. It's a lot of responsibility to control the world.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy when you're trying to like figure out what everyone in the room is thinking of you and like change yourself like on a dime to like whatever it is. And it's like, I think it's just more helpful to like come in with like a really strong idea of what you think it should be and then try that. And then if the director gives you a different idea, trying to like play with it rather than being like, I want to change my entire self to like fit what I think this person wants me to be. And it's like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, Mama, you're in the process of auditioning and stuff. Do you have any input there?
I feel like sometimes when you want to make this your professional job, the stakes are so high. And then you lose that aspect of play. And watching auditions, I just think the people who do the best or have the best auditions, regardless of whether they book it or not, are the people who just come in the room and kind of have fun and kind of just I don't know how they're able to do that.
It's just being a little bit more carefree and not worrying about it. Like, you do have to put in the work prior to it. It's not like you can come in and do it and half-ass it, but once you've done the preparation, you're never going to know what everybody is after. I remember one audition where this was 100 years ago, and it was just for a commercial, and we had kids coming in, and one of the kids came in glasses, and I was like, oh my God, I love kids in glasses because my kid wore glasses. And the other guy said, that kid looks like someone who used to bully me in third grade. And the other one said, I don't like kids in glasses. None of it had to do with the kid. That's a kind of a really general description of sometimes what happens, but just everyone has a different perspective and a different thing they're looking at. And like in our TV shows, it varies from the director to the producer to the people in LA. They all have their different perceptions of what they're after and what's called for in the script. So all you can do is be your best you and be confident with that, and then let the rest go, because like we've said, it's like a lot of energy to try to figure out what everybody else wants from you and then to change on a dime.
Well, I just feel like it's a choice thing as well. It's like, it's about taste. It's not even about like how great you are. It's about taste. Right. It's like everybody in the room can like one person, or like someone would be like, oh, I like the third guy. And they're like, oh, but I like the first guy. And it's like, well, the first guy doesn't go with XYZ, and I think he fits better with XYZ. So it's kind of like a puzzle, and it doesn't mean that you did anything wrong just because you didn't get chosen, because it's all like personal taste when it comes down to it.
So I guess the takeaway from what we're trying to give you is just the empowerment to be okay with who you are and to know what you can control. You can control being prepared. You can control the way that you dress, like for the role. You can control the energy that you bring into a room. I know it sounds so simple, but you come in with an air of joy about what you're doing and enjoyment for the audition process. It's really felt in the room, can energize a room. And then you leave the rest behind, trying to second guess what the look was that the guy gave you on the couch, or the fact that somebody was on their computer during your audition, which is rude, by the way, but happens, and not taking that personally, or trying to second guess, what everybody else is feeling, just doing your best and then letting it go, and then going out for a Starbucks with your friends or something like that. To do your work and to come in ready to go and then leave the rest behind, I would think would be a relief for anyone in any career. That's really all you can do is do your best.
It's a job interview.
Yeah.
It comes down to it. It's like,
and it's really hard in this business because you're just always waiting for people to pick you.
Yeah.
And then you get the job and then you go audition again and wait for people to pick you. So it's hard. But we're on your side. That's why we're here. So it's just the first in a series of genius things that are going to help you do your best this year in 2020. Yay, 2020. Yay.